At Madison Square Garden, he reminded us who he really is and how he really feels. It wasn't just Puerto Ricans that were offended that day, okay? It was every Latino in this country. It was humanity and anyone of decent character. Look, I'm a lover, okay? You guys know that about me. I'm a lover. I am not a fighter. I am not here to trash anyone or bring them down. I know what that can feel like, and I wouldn't do it to my worst enemy, or even when facing the biggest adversary I think America has internally ever had. But over Kamala Harris's entire career, she has proven to us who she is. She has shown up for us every day, for the people. And it's time for us to show up for her. It's time for us to all answer presente. I am an American woman. I am the daughter of Guadalupe Rodriguez and David Lopez, a proud daughter and son of Puerto Rico. I am Puerto Rican. Soy boricua carajo. And yes, I was born here, and we are Americans. I am a mother. I am a mother. I am a sister. I am an actor and an entertainer, and I like Hollywood endings. I like when the good guy, or in this case, the good girl wins. And with an understanding of our past and a faith in our future, I will be casting my ballot for Kamala Harris for President of the United States proudly. Proudly. You can't even spell American without Rican. This is our country too, and we must exercise our right to vote on November 5th. Please. And remember, somos una nación bajo Dios, indivisible, con libertad y justicia para todos. Let's get loud! Let's get loud! I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional, but you know what? You know what? We should be emotional. We should be upset. We should be scared and outraged. We should. Our pain matters. We matter. You matter. Your voice and your vote matters. And look, don't be afraid to make people around you uncomfortable. Invite people around you to be the change, to go out there and vote. Nobody likes having tough conversations or talking about politics, but trust me, I've been in some of these rooms. I see the way power works in this country. They love it when you do nothing, okay? A non-vote is an agreement. It just makes it easier for them to do whatever they want, whatever serves them. And this election is about your life. It's about you and me and my kids and your kids. Don't make it easy. Make them pay attention to you. That's your power. That's your power. Your vote is your power. Make a plan to vote early, okay? If you have a mail ballot, sign the envelope, return it to any drop box in your county. It is too late to put it in the mail, okay? Tomorrow, Friday, November 1st, is the last day to vote early in person. If you can't vote early, make a plan to vote on Election Day, November 5th. Polls are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Find a vote center or ballot drop box near you at willvote.com/NV. I will vote. I'm sorry. I will vote. You are absolutely right. I'm sorry, I got carried away. Let's do this, Las Vegas! I am so proud of all of you for showing up today. Thank you so much. And it is my deep honor to introduce a woman who has the opportunity in just a few days to make history. The next president of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Happy Nevada Day, everybody. Happy Nevada Day. It is good to be back. Hello, Nevada. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and happy Diwali to everyone celebrating. So listen, Las Vegas, are we ready to do this? Are we ready to vote? Are we ready to win? All right, it is good to be back and to be with so many incredible leaders, including, of course, and for anybody who has a seat, please do feel like sitting. Sí se puede. I want to thank Senator Jackie Rosen, who we must re-elect to the United States Senate. And while we're at it, let's re-elect Representatives Horsford, Titus, and Lee. Can we please applaud Mana? We also have my dear husband, the second gentleman, with us this evening. And we are joined by tribal leaders from across the country here for the National Conference of American Indians. And I have to say, I strongly believe that the relationship between tribal nations and the United States is sacred, and that we must honor tribal sovereignty always and embrace our trust and treaty obligations and ensure tribal self-determination. And as president, I will defend these principles always. All right, so Nevada tomorrow, Friday, November 1st, is the last day to vote early in person. And Nevada, if you are voting by mail, please do not wait. Sign the envelope and return your ballot as soon as possible. Your ballot must be returned to a drop box or postmarked by Election Day next Tuesday, November 5th. Go to iwillvote.com, and to all the leaders here, please help get the word out. And we need you to vote Nevada because we have just 5 days left in one of the most consequential elections of our lifetime. And we have work to do. But we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work. And make no mistake, we will win. 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 And we will win. We will win because here's what I believe. When you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for. And we all know we have an opportunity in this election to turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump trying to keep us divided and afraid of each other. We're done with that. We're done. We're exhausted with it. And we know that is who he is. That is who he is. But Las Vegas, that is not who we are. That is not who we are. And it is time for a new generation of leadership in America. And I am ready to offer that leadership as the next president of the United States. And Nevada, you know me. I'm not afraid of tough fights. For decades as a prosecutor and the top law enforcement officer of our biggest state, the first cousin of Nevada, I won fights against the big banks that ripped off homeowners. I won fights against for-profit colleges that scammed veterans and students, against predators who abused women and children. I won fights against cartels that trafficked in guns and drugs and human beings. And I pledge to you, if you give me the chance to fight on your behalf as president, there is nothing in the world that will stand in my way. And look, we all know who Donald Trump is. This is not someone who is thinking about how to make your life better. This is someone who is increasingly unstable, obsessed with revenge, consumed with grievance, and he's out for unchecked power. And look, in less than 90 days, it's either going to be him or me in the Oval Office. And this is part of what we're fighting for, because we have the image of what it could be. It won't be, but what it could be if he was elected. If he were reelected on day one, Donald Trump would walk into that office with an enemies list. When I am elected, I will walk in with a to-do list on behalf of you. On behalf of you. And at the top of my list is bringing down the cost of your living. That will be my focus every single day as president. I will give a middle-class tax cut to over 100 million Americans. I will enact the first ever federal ban on corporate price gouging on groceries. I will make housing more affordable by building more homes and by taking on those corporate landlords who unfairly buy up all those properties and then jack up your rent. And we will fight for working families by raising the minimum wage and eliminating taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers. And if you are caring for an elderly parent, you know, I took care of my mother when she was sick. If you are taking care of an elderly parent, this is personal for me. My plan will cover the cost of home care for your elder parent under Medicare, so you don't have to spend down your savings in order to qualify for Medicaid. So seniors can get the help and care they need to stay in their homes. And this is just a matter of dignity. Dignity. Dignity is why I will lower the cost of child care, because we know families are struggling right now, and folks just need a little bit to not just be able to get by, but get ahead. It's about dignity, and it's about values that you bring to your position of leadership. And as far as I'm concerned, we're done with the idea that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down, when we know the real measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up. We will cut taxes for small businesses. Do I see any small business owners in the house? I love our small businesses. You all are part of the backbone of America's economy. We will lower health care costs, because here's the value I bring to that. I believe health care should be a right and not just a privilege of those who can afford it. On the other hand, Donald Trump's answer to the financial pressures you face is the same as it was last time. Another $1 trillion in tax cuts for billionaires and big corporations. And this time, he will pay for it with a 20% national sales tax on everything you buy that is imported. Think about that. Clothes, food, toys, cell phones. A Trump sales tax, the economists say, would cost the average family an extra $4,000 a year. And on top of that, Donald Trump still is trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. And he has a powerful friend in Congress, the Speaker of the House, who recently said there will be, quote, no Obamacare if Trump wins, which would have the effect, if they were to win, to put millions of Americans off of their health insurance, to throw millions of Americans off of their health insurance, to take us back to that time when insurance companies had the power to deny people with pre-existing conditions. Do you remember what that was? Well, we are not going back. We're 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 not going back. And we are not going back because ours is a fight for the future. And it is a fight for freedom, like the fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do. And we all remember how we got here. When Donald Trump was president, he hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo